last couple of nights of the trip we're staying at a place called Gwambygine. It's about 8 kilometres south of York. It's a free campsite. Now if you don't want to go into the main campsite, there is actually a rest area at the front here with a bit of space, but in the campsite there are shelters and toilets, and that is the entrance. Now my advice to anybody with caravans and sort of bigger motorhomes is to head off to the left first and have a look out there. There is a complete circle that goes around and comes back out, but there are some arms that go off that circle where you won't get back out easily if you go in and there's other people parked there. So we'll just give you a run around now and show you basically what the campsite is like once you go inside. So a little bit of signage here that's been here for years and doesn't really mean a lot. It looks like we've got somebody moving out at the moment. Could be a van coming out. As you can see from that, you can get decent sized vans in here, but it would depend on how many people are camping here when you come in, whether life is going to be easy for you or difficult. And that's what, a 20 foot, 21 foot, something like that, maybe. Oh, maybe not, she's only single axle. Yeah, I'm overestimating the size of that, but a single axle is probably only an 18 foot maximum. Okay, so we're heading down the left hand side here. As you can see, access road is nice and big, and here bus parking, and that is presumably this section here where the road is a bit wider, but I wouldn't suggest that as a campsite. Let's just head on down a little bit further. The sun is right in the wrong position, of course, as usual. Okay, as you get down to the toilets, there's a turn off there to the left. Now there are some camping spots in there, and the circle continues off to the right. So we'll go in and have a look at the left hand side here. There's a couple of good sites for caravans in there, but very difficult to turn around if those sites are occupied, and you can basically see them from here. One of the vans has gone. There's still one in there. Now if you're going to unhitch, there's a decent sized site there. That's where we parked initially, but we decided to move and go somewhere else. And you've got another bigger area in here. Most vans, if this is unoccupied, would be able to turn around at this stage, I would imagine, unless they're really, really big vans. And up over there, that's where it becomes difficult to turn. If you go in there, and there's two vans up the top, there's only one at the moment. The one that you just saw pulling out was off to the left-hand side. So if those sites are both empty, very easy to get in and out of there because you can pull around. Jeez, the sun is a pain. As you can see from here, you can pull in through here, and then there's a turnaround. And if people park properly, then you would be able to turn around here, but if they sit right over there, that's going to make life challenging. Now there's a bit of a track going up there, no idea what's up that way, but plenty of room in this area here to get a van around, but it will depend on how many people are in here. So you can come up from where I was just now, and this is a particularly nice little spot to park. If you do park here, it would be nice to leave a bit of a access way for anybody who wants to get through. But these are two of the favourite spots for caravans to come in, and as you can see, you've got the river, or the creek I would call it at this stage, just down through there. Now there's a bit of a spot you could back into here if you got it backing. Trees either side, but nice and wide, and a big area in there. So we're leaving this area and now heading off to the right hand side. So from the toilet block you come to another fork. That one will take you down to some tenting sites. None of those are really suitable for caravans or motorhomes. And that one takes you around to where we're parked at the moment. You can just see us over the back there, and the caravan further down. These are the tenting sites, basically just enough room for cars to go in there. Looks like there's about 3 sites along there, and there's plenty of room out the back there. Now at the moment there's nothing to stop you driving through in front of that shelter. Morning. G'day. And there's quite a lot of camping space down the back, but I wouldn't want to be a big vehicle going in there because it'll be a bit of a challenge to turn around. If you're in a little car with an annex like that one there, that would be okay. But on the other side of this, the road follows down. It doesn't matter which one of these you take, easy enough to get around both of them. So we'll just follow this along now. My battery is running out, unfortunately. As you can see where we're parked, there's a space to get through there. And behind the shelter there's a ton of room. Now the road again splits here, goes off on a side track here where the caravan is and the motorhome. If you go down there with the caravan, make sure there's nobody else down there and make sure you're good at backing. And the one in front of me is the track that leads back out. That's part of the ring road. Now as you go out, there's a bit of a bay here. As you go around the corner, you could fit a small bus or motorhome in there. And the road out gives you a couple of opportunities to park off the side, because the little wooden posts that they've decided to put around everywhere else disappear, and as you can see right in front of me where that log sticks up, there is a bit of a backing in point there. Looks like people have gone in there, and there's one or two other options as you head out. Now we just go back briefly and have a look at that side arm where it could be a little bit difficult if there's other people camped up in there. Now that right hand arm that comes down here ends up in a dead end. Now the spot I'm sitting in here would be about the last place you could camp, because after that it just becomes a walking track. But the last decent spot to pull in would be where the caravan is up here. But as you can see, there's not a lot of turnaround room down here, so that's the last spot you'd have a chance to turn around. If that's taken, then you're going to be backing all the way out to the main loop road. So that site there is where the track ends. No room there to turn around if you've got a bigger rig. And down behind the shelter here there's a bigger area, but not a great spot to turn around if you've got a caravan, so I don't suggest you come in here. If you've got anything big, smaller motorhomes would be fine, camper trailers, that sort of thing. And as you can see, there's the shelter, and the access track coming in is just around the end of that lump of earth. Barbecues in this place are useless. Don't rely on those. You're not going to be able to do much because the gas always seems to have run out on them. So that's about it. I hope that gives you a bit of an overview of the Gwambygine site, and makes it a bit easier for you if you're looking for a spot in here.